You guys want more? Next up is father figure. I'm Lauren. I'm a therapist and a person who has a degree in entertainment industry studies. Big Swiftie, so let's talk about father figure. It reminds me of Blank Space in a way. I think it's an over-exaggerated version of what she's been made out to be or what she has felt like. Before, the media was calling her boy crazy, whatever, so she was like, you want boy crazy, I'll give you boy crazy. Now I kind of think there's this like persona of her taking people under her wing and then discarding them. Standout lyrics in the first verse: turned your rags into gold. You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. Handpicking somebody. Her talking in the chorus, I really do feel like is sort of posturing of who sometimes people see her to be, and maybe sometimes she feels like she is. I'll be your father figure. I'll drink that brown liquor. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. Love that line. I think it's so good. Even if dick is crass, I still think it's just such a hard-hitting line. I'll dry your tears with my sleeve, leave it to me. Maybe she feels like this some days, and maybe she feels like absolute shit and very vulnerable other days. Now I could bring in parts work and I could say maybe there's one really confident part of her, and this is also like the confident part of her having its moment. There's also a couple of lines in here that I find really interesting, like I'll protect the family, and then the line about loyalty. I don't know what order to go in. I think there's something in here about if you act like you are the shit, and if you act like no one can ever touch you, you will never be betrayed, but that's not true. And they want to see you rise, but they don't want you to reign. They will cheer for you. They'll cheer, cheer, cheer when you're rising up to fame, and then when you get up here, they're going to want to tear you back down. Very apt for the way that she's kind of talked about her career. Overarching theme of the life of a showgirl and what the realities of that are actually like. If we're taking the song very literally, it is kind of shitty to give all of your tricks of the trade away, be very generous, and then feel like somebody does kind of turn around and bite you in the butt. I think she's kind of getting her anger out about the times that that might have happened to her. Again, from this very like posturing, very I'll show you how big my dick is kind of energy. What we know about that kind of energy in the world is that underneath it is a vulnerability. And I just did Eldest Daughter on my page, basically all about that vulnerability, hurt young child on the inside. When you see someone like this out in the world, that's usually what's happening, is that this is their coping mechanism for how to deal with that. And now we're at the fridge. I saw a change in you. They don't make loyalty like they used to. You had to get rid of me. And then I think this Godfather reference is really interesting. Sleeping with the fishes. Like she's this big mobster, like she owns everything around her. And we know from other songs and we know from other interviews and stuff, she doesn't always feel this way. Mistake your kindness for weakness and find your card canceled is also really funny. It's like she really is the dad. This empire belongs to me is how she ends it, and I think that's sort of like a plea, like she wants to hold on to her fame. What do you guys think, and what's next? I don't know which one to do next.